You are watching Manhoro Mania and Cup of Linux Wiki. In today's show, I'm going to talk about GTK theming and making your own GTK theme. This is especially useful for those of you who may be having problems with some color changing utilities such as LX Appearance. All of that learning begins right now on Spatry's Cup of Linux. Okay, let's get started. As you'll see here, there's some commands that I have listed for you. You're going to need Agava. This is a great color picker that will give you HTML color codes. I use this utility all the time when editing CSS files. And so this will be important for changing some themes that you may have on your system. So please make note of the commands here. And this way you can get the program installed. Okay, let's go ahead and close this now. And the next thing you're going to want to do, let me go ahead and arrange some stuff around here, is you'll want to open up your file manager as root. On most distributions, this can be easily achieved by pressing Alt F2 and then running GK, SU, and then the name of your file manager. In my case, I use Thunar, but if you use Nemo or you use Dolphin or any other, Space FM, PCman FM, run one of those file managers. So we're going to go to GKSU and then Thunar, in my case, and then press Launch. Of course, it will ask for your password. Right, the nice thing about this tutorial, this will work on just about any Linux distribution out there. Now, let's go ahead and what we're going to do is go into File System here. All right, and then I'm going to go into User, Share, the Theme folder. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to work off of a theme that I, want to change. Okay, so I did this experiment yesterday in ClearLooks, and ClearLooks is a popular one, but the theme that I'm currently using is Bluefear. I like the way that the that the widgets and everything work with the Bluefear theme, so I figure I'll go ahead and use this one, but you can use any one that you want. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click, create a folder, and then I'm going to call this BLUE instead of BLEU, Bluefear. Make it one word. We're going to create this. And now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into the Bluefear folder. Okay, and you're going to see there is a GTK2 and a GTK3 theme folder. All right, and since I'm using XFCE, I'm going to work on the GTK2 folder. So we can right-click and then select Copy on this. And then we're going to go into our newly created folder and right-click and paste. Now, something I want to touch base on in the GTK3 themes, your settings for the colors and everything are in this file called Settings INI. And I'm going to right-click and open this in a text editor. You can use any text editor that you have on your system. I have the demo version of Sublime Text Editor, and I absolutely love it, and I just cannot live without this text editor. It happens to be my favorite. And you're going to see here that there's some stuff in here such as base color theme, and then there's a number. There's a secondary background color here. Your selected background color, your text color, an NFG color. We're gonna tweak and play with these colors, but I'm not going to do it in the GTK3 theme. I just want you to see that it is here in the Settings INI for those of you who want to play with this. Let's go ahead and quit this program now. We're going to go into our newly created folder called Bluefear. fear with the proper spelling. All right, and then we're going to go into the GTK2 folder, and in GTK2, this uses the GTKRC file. We're going to right-click and then open this with our text editor. Okay, I'm going to close this tab here. We don't need it. And you're going to see the same things here. You have GTK color scheme, base color, NBG color, and all of these fun little colors. All right, so I'm going to close my downloads folder here. I really don't need that. And let's go ahead and move this somewhere out of the way. All right, now, what you want to do is go into your settings manager where you manage the appearance of your system. So let's go into all settings here. In my case, I'm using the whisker menu, and you'll have an appearance. So wherever in your, whether it doesn't matter whether you're using XFCE or LXDE, which is primarily what this is for, you could theoretically do this in Mint, GNOME, and all those other things. So your mileage may vary with this. We're going to go into appearance here. All right, and now you will see there is a folder Blue Fear and then a renamed Blue Fear, and you're going to notice that these are the same. This is what we want because now we're going to do some meddling. So what I'm going to do is I want to rescale this down a little bit so I have some room to work on my screen with this. Scale this up nice, and then I'm just going to go ahead and reposition this somewhere. And then the next utility I'm going to use is Agava that I told you that we need to have installed. And then we have this opened here. Okay. Now, let's say I want to make a custom theme that's going to match a wallpaper. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to select to minimize all of these applications temporarily because we'll come back to them in a moment. And I'm going to right-click on my desktop, go into desktop settings, and I'm just going to choose a different wallpaper that I have. Let's go with this one. This one looks kind of cool. And so I want to make a color theme that is going to match this. Let's go ahead and close now. And so now I have some colors that I can work with to sample off of to use this wallpaper and really make a cool looking theme. So now with our text editor open, and now we have our appearance open, let's go ahead and do some meddling. All right, first we want to work on the base color of this. So what I'm going to do is in Agava here, and you may see more panels than this. I prefer to use the complements, but you can have triads, analogous colors, monochromatic colors. Maybe the monochromatic colors might be a good option for us to use here. And then what I'm going to do is select a base color to work off of, and I'm just going to sample a color here off the screen just by using this little eyedropper by pressing OK. All right, and you know, I don't think I really like that color too much. So what I can do is maybe I can tweak this color a little bit, maybe get a color that I like a little bit more. Maybe that color would be a little bit better. I'm going to press OK, and you're going to see that new color here is in the center. All right, and then we're going to use this as our base color. So we can right-click and then select Copy on this color, and then we're going to highlight this first color here, right-click and paste. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to save our file because we're going to be doing a little bit of tweaking here. So we're going to just go to File, Save, and then we select our new Blue Fear theme, and look what that just did. Now we've got a change in appearance on this. All right, so maybe what I want to do with this color here is maybe I want to darken it a little bit so that it complements what we've already put up here. So you're going to see there is an up and down arrow. You have an increased brightness or decreased brightness. Maybe with that color, maybe I want to decrease the brightness on that. So let's go ahead and click down a couple of times. We're going to right click and copy this, and then we're going to go into our next, the NBG color, and we're going to right click and paste this. Okay, and then we are going to File and Save. Or you can just press Control S on your keyboard. And as a reminder, you can use any text editor with this. And then what we're going to do is switch back to Blue Fear and then back again. And you will see now we have some pretty neat little theming going on here. I don't know that I really like this color that much, so maybe we can darken this down a little bit more. Okay, and you're going to notice now it has moved to the left because we have a really dark color going on here. I'm going to right-click and copy this color here, and then I'm going to right-click and paste on the NBG color again. Control S to save. Okay, and of course, because I'm using the demo version, it's going to ask me to register the program, and well, when I have the money, I will do that. I promise. Okay, so we're going to go back to regular Blue Fear and then the new Blue Fear. I think I like that a lot more. But maybe what I want to do is maybe darken this color here. So, to get back to that color, we're going to right-click and copy this color. We're going to go and click the button on the lower left next to monochromatic on here, and we're going to paste that value into here and then press Enter. All right, and now you will see that has been selected. We're going to press OK. All right, and you'll see that is the value in the center. Maybe I want to darken that up a little bit. I think I'm going to like this value a little bit better. We're going to right-click and copy that. And then we're going to now right-click and paste that value, Control S to save. And then we're going to switch back. Okay, I think I like that a little bit more. Okay, now we have an NBG, we have that BG N selected color. Well, if you want to know what that color is, you can highlight that color, right-click and copy it. We can go in here and then right-click and paste that into Agava. Press Enter. All right, and then you're going to see that this is... Okay, I put the wrong color in here, I do believe. Or is that the correct color? Okay, that is the N-selected color. Let's open up a file manager here and have a look at this. Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to mess with that particular color because I think this one looks fine for me. But maybe I want that text color to change, so with a darker color like this, I prefer white colored text. So I already know what the color for white is. That is F, 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 F. Control S to save it. Move up and then down. All right, very good. And we notice a difference. The text is now a bright white and it is very easy to read. Okay, and then you have an NFG color here. Let's see what this one is. We're going to right click. Grab that pound key, right click, highlight the whole thing, copy, and we're going to go back in here again, Control V to paste, and then Enter again. Okay, and it looks like that's another white color. You know what? I really want to keep that, so we're not going to mess with this. And then we have a selected foreground color. All right, I'll leave that is, and then a link color. Let's see what this one is. Okay, and I can see where, so all of this matches pretty good. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to press OK on this. All right, and now we have a new theme. Let's go ahead and close this now. We really don't need it now that we've made our changes and we're satisfied with them. So I'm just going to file and quit. All right, and then, well, the panel kind of does look out of place, doesn't it? So, and I happen to have an actual graphic that I'm using on this, so if I wanted to, I could open up my favorite image editor, and then I could edit that file manually. Or, better yet, I can just right-click on the panel, panel preferences, and rather than using a background image, we could just use the system style. I'll minimize this here. Use the system style color, or maybe we could use a solid color and then pick the color we want from the palette. Maybe I want something that'll match that a little bit better. Okay, and I'm fairly pleased with this. This looks pretty cool. So pretty much that's all there is to creating your own little themes. And then of course you can use an image editor if you want to whichever image editor you want. You may use the GIMP, you may use Inkscape or anything like that, but I'm still kind of tethered to my favorite Windows application, Macromedia Fireworks, so I use this pretty much for doing all of my image editing. But if I really wanted to, I could take the panel graphic that I made and maybe apply a color enhancement to it. All right, maybe change the default color for this to something a little bit more to my liking. Save it when I'm done. Panel preferences, and choose that wallpaper again. So pretty much the sky is the limit what you can do with this thing. Pretty neat, huh? Well, that's all I have on this. If you have any questions or comments on this tutorial, please visit the link in the description below that takes you to the conversation area on the forum. That's where I will read and answer all of your responses. It is the preferred method for contacting me. I really don't read comments on YouTube anymore. Also, I will have the project file for this that will be available for you to download when you visit the link in the description on the forum. That's all I have on this. As a reminder, please consider supporting the show hosts who bring you the content you enjoy the most by disabling your ad blockers or shouting some coins. Peace out.